came back down to the dump after doing some detecting. We got some broken stuff there. I'm gonna leave. You can see we got shards and everything here, but just uncovered a little Listerine bottle, cork top. Pretty cool. All right, we're gonna do a live pull. Does it hold? Yes. Oh, it's a twist off. All right, I don't think it's very old. As old. Got another bottle out of here. This one has a little crack there, so I didn't film it when I saw it on the ground. But it Pynex. I don't know. Oh, don't break it. Cork top, medicine, I think. Pretty cool. So it's still actually attached to some wiring. That's pretty cool. We'll try and get that out. Alright, I got a good signal. I moved away the brush, and there's a Pepsi bottle. You can see it looks like it has the wave pattern, so I think it's like the 40s maybe. So, yeah, I'll get this out of the insulator number 2 from here. I think what I just found, that button was I think I just posted it on ID Me. I think I saw it was World War I engineered something. I'm gonna do more research when I get back, but anyways. All right, guys, it is a beautiful day out here in Bergen County, New Jersey. It's Tuesday, about 5 o'clock. Whatever day today is, April 12th, I believe. It's like 70 degrees, beautiful sunny. I'm actually sitting out here on my porch. Just getting some sun and I'm gonna do. Oh, sorry about that. I pressed the wrong button. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna do it out here. Apologies for the noise as a bus goes by, but that's what I take to the city, so can't complain. Yeah, hopefully you guys can hear me out here. Yeah, I'm gonna do the wrap up here. It's again beautiful. I really can't stress that enough right now. So apologies to anyone who is experiencing some not so pleasant weather. But anyways, on to the wrap up. As you saw here. It's going to focus on glass and the dump, and then just some bottles I found in the woods. I kind of have them grouped out. The left side here, this was actually found at the dump, which we were able to date based off of basically all these bottles, 1890s to the early 1900s. And then most of these were found above the dump site where I found all those coins and relics, which I'm assuming there had to be a house there or something. Which dates from a little later than the dump, from the teens to let's say 40s, 50s, based off of the wheat cents. We got some Indian heads, and actually the next couple videos, I have one more video of stuff I found at that site with my oldest coin I think ever, actually, or not ever, but another cool coin being pulled. I'll show you that, and then I have another video in the works. From last week, or actually a couple days ago. I went out to the Boy Scout camp again. This time it was me and 3 other guys. I didn't do much filming, which was crazy because I had one of my best days ever, so stay tuned for that video. I found a bucket lister coin and a bucket lister, let's say, nature find, I guess. But enough of the talking, let's get to the wrap up. And as I always mention now, I have a little page over there with notes, and then I have another bottle that I found totally in a random other spot, but it's close but very far away. Close but far from where I found this, but it's a really cool bottle. But anyways, let's start with the right side here. We got the 2 insulators. They are from the Armstrong company. It says made in the USA. That's the type of insulator it is. It is the Armstrong company. They're actually made in Millville, New Jersey, which I believe is where Mike Trout is from. So pretty cool. It's South Jersey, so a little south of where I am right now. And insulators, just a brief thing. They are on top of power lines. Glass or insulin. They don't use glass anymore, but you can find clear, aqua, amber. This is amber. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a brownish color. But yeah, so there's that one. They were used to mount the wires to the telephone poles, and then to also help protect the current and help and strengthen it to help with whatever we're doing, mainly telegraph and telephone, so communications. Let me check the notes, of course, just to see if there's anything else. And these are from like 1938 and on. Because I think it was the Whitehall company acquired the Armstrong Cork company, so that Armstrong was only used from I think 38 to 50 something. So makes sense to the bottles in the site that we found. Let's go to the Cokes. We got a couple different varieties, and just a quick thing on Coke. It was started by John Pemberton in the 1880s. What's cool about them is they usually, I was going to say, they have a city of where they're manufactured most of the time, and I picked up one that doesn't. And what's also cool about the old Coke bottles, you can look on the side for a date. So it looks like it says 1965, so a little later than the house, whatever site. I haven't figured out what it is. It looks like a 58, maybe 89, so one is a plant, I believe, and one is a year. Then we have this one, which does have a city, which is why I kept it, Memphis, Tennessee. It's probably it's the newer one. This was found a little farther away, but it had Memphis, so I kept it. And then the last Coke bottle, which is pretty cool. It's a big one. And this one is from Flint, Michigan. So I kept it again because it has the city. So if you have any old Coke bottles, check the side, check the bottom and the sides, and there's the date, 65. Check the bottoms and the side for dates and city manufacturer. So here it is. We got 66. So pretty cool. And then we'll move on to competition, the Pepsi Cola, and this one's pretty cool. It's not only the wave pattern bottle, which are from like the 40s, 30s, 40s. It still has a label on it. This was started in 1893 by Caleb Bradham. It was first known as Brad's Drink. Then Pepsi Cola from 1848 until 1961, when it just became Pepsi. We will start with this one. This one I think is a little newer. It's not the wave pattern. Does it have a date? I think that's the date right there. I think it says 64. I believe that's the date, but still pretty cool. It has, the paper label still on it for being, silver era age. Pretty cool. And then we'll go to this one. This one's older. It's got that wave pattern, Pepsi Wave. Still got the Pepsi label, Pepsi Cola, and even says sparkling, which is pretty cool. This one's harder. Oh, let's not break anything. Very hard to read, but we'll say 40s. And then the last Pepsi bottle, another wave, a bit bigger. Label's still kind of rubbing off, but still there. And again, it's pretty faded on the bottom, so won't get exact date, but pretty cool. And then the last bottle company that we found, we actually found two. This was one of the first bottles I found. Oops, sorry. And this was, I found this just, I think on Sunday or Friday. It also still has the label on it. It says Hoffman. So this is the Hoffman Beverage Company. This one says Newark, New Jersey. And this one says Long Island City, New York. And they are the Hoffman, as I mentioned, Hoffman Beverage Company, started around 1934. They did not last too long. I believe they are maybe bought out and moved to a different state, but these are probably from the 30s to the 50s, which makes sense again. And then onto the dump site stuff. As you can tell, I don't know, I guess if you don't know what to look for, but first thing you want to look for always are the tops. You can see they're all cork tops, so even the newer, older ones were cork tops, so that just gives you one, or not, sorry, they weren't cork, they were the pop tops, the metal pop tops. But yeah, you want to look for cork for really old, also like colors, like they don't really make this color anymore. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a beautiful color. And then you don't really see the style anymore. This one's pretty cool, I'll get to that one. But yeah, let me just start with, the first one I found was this. It was just sitting there, and I could, not sitting there, but it was, I think a little bit was poking out, and I just couldn't believe it was going to be whole, so I didn't even, I didn't film it. But this is an 1890s Capers bottle. Pretty, very cool. Very, very beautiful. Emerald green. And we have this big 1890s, 1900s beer or wine. Again, I couldn't believe any of these were whole, because I was finding bits and pieces of everything on top. So this is just unmarked cork, but I don't know if you can tell, but like very off-centered. Like that right side is wider than the left. So don't know if it's hand blown, but it's just old. There's nothing on it but a W on the bottom, or an M. I just noticed that, so I'll have to see if I can find out who manufactured that. And this is like the classic medicine bottle shape. Is the Pinex company, which I believe is still around. But it was a cough remedy. It started in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So who knows what was in there. I mean, you can look it up online. Very weird. Also, one thing about the insulators, glass insulators, I highly recommend you guys going online and just looking it up. The history is very fascinating. And the colors out there are pretty cool. Those reds, and the reds are the coolest, purples. Then we have the last two. We have Melons Food Company, Boston, Mass. Boston, US. I wasn't going to keep this, but it was whole in the color, because I didn't think it was very old. But looking it up, it is the Melons Baby Company. They made baby food. Started by Gustav Melon in 1866. But yeah, this is like a 1900s again, baby food. So this is like the Gerber before Gerber was Melons. And then last but not least is this Listerine. This is an early Listerine bottle. This is Lambert Pharmaceutical Company. Listerine was started by Joseph Lawrence in 1879, named after Joseph Lister. Just a really cool, I mean, we all know what Listerine is, mouthwash. It's an antiseptic for the mouth. And then last but not least, this is beautiful, beautiful embossed bottle. I was just walking in the woods away from this spot, just farther, deeper, just to see what I could find, and was finding modern stuff. And then I saw this, like this. Again, you can tell, I mean, it's thick glass, it's heavy, so I was like, interesting. Picked it up, and you can tell just the embossing. That's what we want to look for in bottles. Look for embossing. It says John Sadley. There's his logo. What's really cool about this, it says New Milford, New Jersey, which is very, very close to here. Within a few miles, 10-15 minute drive. And then I believe the date is right there. Oops. 1938. So very, very cool Bergen County local bottling beverage company history. So there's all the glass, all the bottles, and the insulators. My first two complete insulators, which are very cool. And these are all first for me here. First beer, Capers bottle, Listerine, medicine. The medicine is a little cracked, but don't tell anyone. But anyways, I've done enough talking. Thanks for watching as always. Pick up some trash when you're out there. I guess we'll say it. Beep beep.